Coming up in this week's episode of Coaster News, Comcast have officially revealed the name of the brand new Universal Studios theme park planned to be built in the UK, and Six Flags Fiesta Texas officially unveils their next roller coaster. Episode of Coaster News, and as always got some amazing news from different theme parks, rides, attractions and events all over the world. So let's get straight into the news today. Now, top story for tonight, Comcast have officially revealed the name of the Universal Studios theme park being built in Bedfordshire. And now we knew this name was going to be called this anyway because of the leaked trademarks from a few months ago. But it was still very exciting to see like a full-on naming ceremony and revealed new details of what the park's going to offer and whatnot. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, the official naming ceremony for the upcoming Universal Studios theme park and resort was held by Comcast yesterday, and it was held on the future site of the resort in Bedford. After speculation on the park's name for several months from trademarks, they officially confirmed that the resort will be named Universal United Kingdom Resort. In addition to the name confirmation, Comcast also shared several other details about the project and what we can expect from it. They stated that some of, if not the tallest rides in Europe, could be located on the 268-hectare site. The resort will include a free-to-access entertainment and retail district, alongside the main theme park, which will open 365 days a year, with it opening well into the late evening each day. Within the first 20 years of operation, Comcast aims to have attracted 12 million visitors per year. There is a possibility of the inclusion of attractions themed around Lord of the Rings, James Bond, Paddington and Jurassic World. The theme park will introduce immersive storytelling, thrilling attractions and unparalleled creativity and innovation to the UK. Additional land has already been purchased by Comcast nearby, which could potentially be developed as part of a century-long development plan for Universal United Kingdom Resort. Comcast have said they would invest £5 billion into the project, as well as the surrounding Kensington Hardwick area, with a further £1 billion invested into the resort within its first 10 years of operation. They expect Universal United Kingdom Resort to draw in 8.5 million visitors within its first year of operation, with the ambition to make it Europe's most popular theme park. Universal United Kingdom Resort is set to open in 2031. So yeah, they had a massive naming ceremony for it yesterday on the actual site of the park itself, and we knew we were going to be called Universal United Kingdom Resort for quite a while now because of the trademarks leaked a few months ago, but it was still very exciting to see, and it's definitely starting to feel a lot more real now that they've got all the ceremony stuff going on, and it shouldn't be too long until they actually have the groundbreaking for the theme park, which will basically mark the full, basically the start of the actual vertical construction of the whole park. Yeah, it's very exciting times, and it's only going to go uphill from here with Universal United Kingdom Resort. In other news today, Six Flags Fiesta Texas have announced the name and the statistics of their next roller coaster. And this right, I think it's not really what people were expecting from Six Flags Fiesta Texas, at least I wasn't expecting this anyway. But it's still quite interesting to see that they're building this sort of roller coaster. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, Six Flags Fiesta Texas have officially revealed the name and statistics of their next roller coaster. Werewolf Gorge is a Vekoma LIM family launch coaster currently under construction at Six Flags Fiesta Texas in San Antonio, Texas. Upon opening, it will claim the title of the longest family launch coaster in the world, with a track length of 4,120 feet. It will also reach a top speed of 45 miles per hour, feature 4 launches including a multi-pass launch, and 32 airtime moments in total. Werewolf Gorge will officially open in 2027. So yeah, they're building, I think it's the second Vekoma LAM family coaster in the world, because the first one was Big Bear Mountain at Dollywood, which opened a few seasons ago. And yeah, it's going to be the longest family launch coaster in the world, over 4,000 feet of track, which is a pretty long ride, because when you think about it, like the average sort of roller coaster layout is usually maybe like 2,500 feet long-ish, maybe 3,000 at a push. So the fact that this is going to be over 4,000 feet long is quite insane, and the fact it's got 32 airtime moments as well, that's actually quite impressive. So yeah, it's good. It all looks really good, and I can't wait to see what this Werewolf Gorge looks like when it officially opens next year. Also in the news today, Verbolten has officially reopened at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. And yeah, it's great to see that this ride has reopened. I think it was quite an interesting thing they did with like sort of reimagining it. Bearing in mind it's not even that old of a ride, but the fact that they chose to reimagine it and add new stuff to it is, I think, it's quite cool. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, after 5 months of refurbishment work, Verbolten Forbidden Turn has officially opened at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Verbolten Forbidden Turn is a Sierra family coaster located at Busch Gardens Williamsburg in Williamsburg, Virginia. Originally known as simply Verbolten, the ride first opened on the 18th of May 2012, replacing the former aerodynamic suspended coaster Big Bad Wolf. It operated in its form it was constructed in from its opening day up until the end of the 2025 season. During that closed season, Busch Gardens announced that Verbolten would be reimagined and renamed to Verbolten Forbidden Turn for the 2026 season. This reimagining included the implementation of a brand new storyline for the ride, along with new theming, new special effects, and a brand new pre-show. Verbolten Forbidden Turn officially opened on the 30th of May 2026. So yeah, they've spent 5 months reimagining it, adding new theming, special effects, and even a pre-show, which I think is quite good, because it adds more to like sort of the immersion of it, because as far as I'm aware it didn't have a pre-show before this refurbishment, so the fact that it does now I think is quite good anyway, because it adds more context to what the theme of the ride is going to be and what the storyline is, as well as there's obviously the new theming, which just enhances that immersion even more. So I'm glad to see that it's finally reopened, and yeah, I've not seen much of it actually, but I'm sure it looks quite good. I'm sure that the new version of Verbolten has been received quite well by visitors who have been to the park since it reopened last week. And finally in the news today, Walibi Belgium have officially revealed their next roller coaster. And yeah, this is actually quite a huge announcement, what they've announced over the last week with their new roller coaster, and you know, it's quite a significant investment for them because it's replacing an infamous coaster of theirs with like a potentially an elite European coaster. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, Walibi Belgium have officially revealed plans for their next new roller coaster and themed area. The plans involve the closure of the park's Vekoma wooden coaster, Loop Guru, which has been in operation since 2001. The ride stands 91 feet tall, reaches a top speed of 44 miles per hour and travels 3,395 feet of track. Loop Guru will permanently close at the end of the 2026 season and will be converted into an iBox track hybrid coaster by Rocky Mountain Construction. Upon completion, the new hybrid coaster, which has yet to be named, will stand 160 foot tall, reach a top speed of 65.9 miles per hour, travel over 4,038 feet of track, and feature at least one inversion. Along with the new RMC hybrid coaster, a brand new Mardi Gras themed land named Festival World will officially open and contains a few supporting flat rides alongside the new coaster. Festival World and the RMC conversion of Loop Guru is set to open at Walibi Belgium in 2028. So there you have it, the infamous Loop Guru wooden coaster, which I've heard from a number of enthusiasts is actually quite rough. Is being converted into an RMC, which honestly is actually quite crazy, to be honest, because you know, especially considering that RMC haven't really made that many hybrid coasters in quite some time. Like, I think the last couple of seasons they've mainly been focusing on building single rail coasters, mainly clones of like Railblazer and whatnot. And also when they did Yoi at Walibi Holland last year, the main sort of last couple of seasons have been doing just single rail like Raptor coasters. So the fact that they've now got like a big new like hybrid coaster, which is basically what made RMC so famous in the first place, and it honestly looks impressive. It could easily be like one of the top 10 or maybe even top 5 roller coasters in Europe, because there's only, as far as I'm aware, there's only 2 RMC coasters currently operating in Europe. There's Untamed and Yoi, which are both at Walibi Holland. So the fact that this RMC conversion of Loop Guru is opening is really, really exciting. Now Loop Guru will close at the end of the season, so riders will still have one last chance to get their last rides on it before it closes at the end of the season, but after that it's gone. It's been, the original tracks being completely ripped out, the structures being completely altered, and added new structures on top of it to basically form the RMC track structure, and it's probably going to be a much better ride once it opens in 2028. So that is it for this week's episode of Coast News. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, then please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment what you would like to see in the next video. Goodbye.